one of the freshmen, but 6'11". So they're working with him on rebounding and how the post play works at this level. According to Coach Joe, as Charles really starting to develop here. Charles Lampton, 6'11", from Roanoke, Texas. And then we got number 44, Devin Collins, one of the other sophomore leaders. He's 6'5", from Aurora, Colorado. Devin averaging 8, hit double figures 9 games. He's had 3 16-point games, 2 15-point games. He's a workhorse for the Bucks. Devin Collins. Then we got number 50, Jerome Maces, a sophomore from Guapiles, Costa Rica. And that's the line out for the Buccaneers. So we'll see what Lake Region. They did not have a program when we got here for either the women and men. They brought me up the women's, but don't have the men's. I did print a roster, and we'll read you what. Yeah, there was some differences, so we'll see if the roster's right or their individual stats are right. I think they've kind of had a broken up season, have the Royals, with some player issues, and so we'll see. They only have 7 guys. Their warm-up jerseys are on, and now they go to the locker room. But here's who's on their roster. Again, keep in mind that they have other players in the stat column doing some things, so it might be as good a guess as we can do. But here's who their roster shows that we printed. It'll be number 0, Miles Arnold. He's from 6'1", from Fontana, California. And they got number 4, Dion Ford, 6'4", from St. Paul, Minnesota. Leaf Nelson, hometown ball player, number 11, a freshman. Number 23 is Jay Garcia, 5'11", from Fort Totten, North Dakota. 34, both Feltman, 6'7", from Grafton. Number 44, Josh Colley, sophomore, 6'8", from Columbus, North Dakota. And then we got number 50, Noah Weidmer, 6'4", sophomore, from Devil's Lake. So they got 2 hometown players listed, but again, they'll only have 7 in uniform. Their team photo has like 11 or 12 guys, so not sure the reason why there's so many less. Well, we're about 4 minutes away from beginning the ball game. Again, want to tell you about upcoming games you'll hear on the radio this week. It's been a whole bunch of basketball as we begin the new decade, new year, 2020. We've had a lot of high school. We are now wall-to-wall college basketball. Coming up on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, will be the Brawl in the East. Now, this is the games with Sydney and the wrestling duel. Glendive will be in Sydney, and the girls' game will begin at 5, and the girls will be followed with wrestling and then the boys' game. So it'll be girls, wrestling, then boys, and it's the Brawl in the East. They hope to make this an annual event, putting wrestling in the middle of the basketball. I believe it got started here a couple years ago with Hardin. Hardin has, of course, the dominant basketball and not so good at wrestling, so they were trying to boost up the wrestling. Opposite to be said in Sydney. Of course, they are undefeated this season in Sydney on wrestling, and the boys and girls basketball not as good as years past, so they're trying to get more attendance. So Glendive girls will play first Thursday night in Sydney, and then it'll be wrestling. We're going to see if we can't put the Richie Crisafoli on task for some help on our attempt at doing some wrestling play-by-play. And I could probably say a few things, but don't know it quite like the eagle eye, as Paul would say, of Richie Crisafoli, and then the boys. And we'll have our our very own, the voice of the Red Devils, Paul Sherlockson in Sydney, covering that. And the Brawl in the East, what it is, it's a rivalry now between Glendive and Sydney. Shirts have been ordered, and I can tell you first off, Sydney's got like 80 shirts on us. So we best order your shirt. The proceeds from the shirt will go to the Boys and Girls Club of the Mondack. Of course, Glendive and Sydney have joined on the Boys and Girls Club. And the whole reasoning is to pack the house in red and maroon, and then we'll see who can sell the most shirts. There'll also be a trophy presentation on the best of the three. So a lot of fun things with the Brawl in the East. As far as the college goes, on Thursday, they will be on the road for another conference. They're all conference games now. The teams will be in at North Dakota State Thursday, and then back here on Sunday. So about ready to go here. We do have the starting lineups. We'll run down them real quick. For Dawson, it'll be, let's see here. Number 1, Cameron Dunby. Number 14, Kel Shears will get the start. Number 20, Ralvier Vaughn. Number 34, Bo Stanisiven. And number 42, Charles Lampton. Those are the 5 for Dawson. Lake Region, they're going to go with number 0, Miles Arnold. Number 11, Lee Nelson. Number 23, Jay Garcia. 34, Bo Feltman. And number 44, Josh Colley. So those are tonight's starters. They're now doing the introductions for those here in attendance. We'll see if we put the invite out, and we'll have the interview with the president. As always, if you ask, he'll answer. And we sent him over a message, asked if he would stop by at halftime, and always look forward to visiting with the president, Mickelson. So we're all ready to go. If you're local, come on up and join us. If you're out on the web, we've tied in the radio audio with the video, so keep that in mind. And we appreciate all of our radio game day sponsors. That's who allows us to broadcast these games on the radio, on the web. And we have like 36 on our webcast. So we've got a good following, and we are expecting good things from the Buccaneers. Again, Dawson wins the opening conference games. Conference game on Thursday, final on that one 71-62. For Lake Region, well, they've lost their last 2 games. They lost to Missouri State University, final on that 102-83. So we're about ready to go. They'll get the players around, both teams. Dawson in their red numbers, white backs, and the Lake Region in their baby blue, royal blue. Dawson will control. It's Vaughn out top, pass over to Shears. Far corner, Lampton back to Shear. Dunby has it at the key. Blue ball tipped, almost lost it there by Dawson. Lampton now, Shears goes up, 3-pointer, hits the side of the backboard. Not one of the best shots, but Lake Region will control. We'll get to know the players well here for Lake Region. Only 7 in uniform. Arnold has it. Colley now kicks over to Garcia. Garcia to Josh Colley into the paintball. Out of there comes Dawson on the run. Vaughn's going to have a lay-in. Give Dunby the assist. So Vaughn gets the first basket. And we got a backcourt foul. That'll be on Lampton. Charles first. We're just a minute into the ball game here. Andrew Sherlockson want to say a quick hello to Cameron, Colin, Clara, Coriel. Pretty awesome trio up in the Eagle Land. Pretty awesome. Out top of it is Arnold. Arnold drives baseline. As he does, here comes Dunby on the steal. Dunby lays it up on a one-handed slam. Cameron Dunby, our first dunk in the ball game, just under a minute in. Up court, here comes the Region Royals ball. Hands in there, good job by Vaughn. And Dawson's gonna run the floor. Left corner, three-pointer, that's student section. And Vaughn gets another one. So 7-0, you can expect Dawson not to let off the pedal. Uh-oh. They're going to go up court, and the side referee blows the whistle. That'll be on Bo Stannis even. 7-0 start here for Dawson. It'll be Miles Arnold for Lake Region at the free throw line. Lake Region, a 70% free throw team, much like their women's program, disciplined. In the women's game, for those just joining us, they shot 83% on 20 of 24. Second one missed. Dawson loses the first game 78-76. Dunby, three-pointer, right side. Cameron spots up. No, Lampton tips it over to Bo. Bo takes a big step in. Is it blocked? No, offensive foul. And Bo Stannis even. That'll be number 2 on him. He's got both fouls. Allowed 2 to 3, I guess, for Dawson. Dawson going to stay on a full court press. We'll see if they can get it through. They do. Right in front of the scores table is Arnold. Arnold kicks over to Colley. Josh. Miles Arnold, fadeaway shot. It's the backboard rim. And a rebound out. Here comes Vaughn. Up court, Dunby. Ooh, thought about the three. Instead, pass over. Vaughn. Shears has it. Ooh, he pushed off. Probably could have been inside. Up and in. Charles Lampton. It's 9-1. I expect this maybe be a one-sided game. Ball is kicked. But don't let that discourage you from coming up, because these men play well. As Bo Stannis even checks out. And he's had 2 early fouls. And Jerome Mace comes in for Dawson. Normally you see 5 in, 5 out at 4 minutes every pretty regular. Shot on the way, no good for Bo Feltman. Here comes Dawson, center court, surveying the floor with Shears, not for long, kicks over to Vaughn. Vaughn, Dawson spread out. Nobody, there's Maces flashes across. Dunby three-pointer, no good. And again, very few students as class has resumed here in Glendive on Wednesday. They do the student new students today, tomorrow and Monday, or tomorrow is Monday, Monday and Tuesday, and then classes begin Wednesday. Ball is loose, ball taken away, Shears up court. Vaughn, one-handed slam. 11-1, this thing's exploding early. Dawson staying on the full court press. Ball taken away, Vaughn up court, Lampton. Timeout, as it is ugly. 13-1. We've got a full timeout. We'll do the same. Buccaneers 13, Lake Region 1. We're back in 1.
Find out what you need at C&B Operations in Glendive, your local John Deere dealer. Whether you are a property owner, landscaper, or small-scale farmer, you have many jobs to complete. Find the equipment that you need to get through these tough jobs at C&B. The 1 through 4 series compact utility tractors come in a wide range of models with various attachments to suit your needs. Visit with the experts at C&B Operations in Glendive or online at DeereEquipment.com to learn more about valuable offers. That's DEER equipment.com.
Final call, flight 566.
Hello, gentlemen. May I see your Montana real IDs?
ID? I'm Captain Meriwether Lewis.
And I'm Captain William Clark.
Hang on, I see there's more than one William Clark. I need to verify it's really you.
It's the real me, I promise.
Discover more at mtrealid.gov. Available now.
Montana Real ID. It's the real me.
Brought to you by the Montana Department of Justice.
13-1 is our score. We're just 4 minutes, or well, almost 4 minutes in. Hang with me. Got a bit of a cold here we're trying to work through, but things are moving a lot quick here for Dawson. They have that sub I was talking about at the break here, at the timeout. So four new players in for Dawson. Well, actually 5 came in as Macis went out. So we've got Devin Collins, shot on the way, up and in. Feltman got the basket there. So Colton and Caden hit, along with Man Baker, Devin Collins, C.J. Nelson. Those are the 5 for Dawson. Out top, Man Baker. Pass over to Caden hit. Ooh, Devin Collins, Man Baker passed in. Devin couldn't keep his hands on it, so there's a turnover. And it's Royal basketball. Caden hit, knocks it out of bounds. Caden and Colton, brothers, give each other a quick slap. C.J. Nelson on ball to Arnold. Now they go into the post. With it is Widmer. Shot up and in. It's Widmer. Noah Widmer, not Widmer. It's Widmer. And Noah will get the 3-point possibility here. Again, if you're just joining us, the Lady Royals beat the Lady Bucks by a basket. Man, that was a good ball game. Dawson just couldn't play any defense. C.J. Nelson has it, free throw line, over to Caden hit. Now Colton hit, finds Nelson on the baseline. Caden spots up right side, 3-pointer right in front of the Royal bench. Ball is saved. It was tipped out, saved now. Here's Colton hit, 3-pointer. His shot no good. Fight for the rebound inside. And here comes Lake Region. Dawson by 8, 13-5. Lake Region with 7 dressed here in this ball game. Screen on ball. Arnold pulls to the right. Out top now is Josh Colley. Colley, good defense by Collins. Denies any inside play. What? Offensive foul. Offensive foul. Lake Region head coach wanted the opposite, but didn't get it. And here comes Dawson. It's Man Baker in the backcourt. Moving the traffic here for Dawson. Pass over to Caden hit. Back to Man Baker. Caden spots up, 3-pointer. Some pushing on the rebound. And we'll see. So both hits have attempted to no avail here. Foul go on Widmer. Here's a 3-pointer. C.J. Nelson. C.J. Nelson on the 3. That's his 29th on the season. C.J.'s hit double figures 9 games. And we got a different player coming to inbound. Josh Colley will inbound here. Not for long. There's a clean still pass over. The still was Colton hit. Shot up there. No, Man Baker gets it. He goes up and in. Man. Wow, it's 18-5, 18-5, and the ball out of bounds. This pressure defense by Dawson pays itself off. 13-35, Caden got his hands on it. Ball over to Colton. Colton, Devin Call. That's a clean block for Josh Colley. Up court, here comes Lake Region. The ball is loose, and it'll go off Devin Collins, and it'll be Lake Region basketball. 18-5 our score. Arnold will inbound for Lake Region. Referee goes over to the scores table. Again, our brand new scores table with Coca-Cola bottling on it, as is Stockman Bank, 2 contributors have been for many years, with many more. The walking track lined with Bucks sponsors. Shot on the way, that one by Colley, no good. Follow up, counted if it goes, it does not. And to the free throw line will go Bo Feltman. Some of the other score key sponsors here went on the walking track. The Astoria, Coca-Cola, American Ford, Edward Jones, U.S. Bank, Glendive Chamber, first free throw up. We got Cape Air, American Bank, Glendive Medical Center, Sand Creek Family Dentistry, La Quinta, Voya, the Elks. That's on one side. Second free throw up and in. It'd take us all day to get around the track, but a lot of them on the walking track. Also game day sponsors. Glendive Broadcasting, Boss Office, Gustav, Hub International, Stockman Bank, Holiday, Mid-Rivers, Subway, so many more. Ball is taken away from Dawson. Sometimes you gotta shout out to those that make this possible. And it's Lake Region with basketball. Widmer gives inside to the player there. Is that number 11, Nelson, who just checked in. Leaf Nelson up court. C.J. Nelson, ball is kind of knocked out of his hands. Man Baker goes one way, then he goes the other way. Another block shot by Colley. And it's 18-9. Colley's got 2 blocks here in the opening half. Arnold has it on the defense. Man Baker. Man. It's screened on the ball. Out top, Colley, Josh. Colley is how I wrote it down. Three-pointer on the way, Arnold. And they're closing the gap a bit here. And it's 18-12. We're at 12 minutes to go in opening half. Man Baker. C.J. Nelson drives baseline, kicks over. Colton Hitt has it. Now over to Caden. No, this is Colton. Caden had it on the other side. And here comes Lake Region. Arnold between the legs on the scoreboard side. Continues to go that direction right into the bench of Dawson. Pass to Nelson. Nelson to Feltman. Feltman stops. Releases. Shot there. Triggered. No good. That was right at the three-point line. Man Baker. C.J. Nelson now. Nelson. Skip pass over. Ooh, thought about the three. Did Colton. Now three-pointer on the way. C.J. Another one outside for C.J. Nelson, the Scobie athlete. Inbound now, Miles Arnold. Is Dawson going to stay on this? This will really tire Lake Region if Dawson can continue to keep the press on. And they will, because they got the depth. Widmer, pass over. Colley, three-pointer. Some pushing and fighting inside. No. And here comes Man Baker. Baker over. C.J. Nelson on the right side now. C.J. Nelson, his third in the ball game. It's 24-12. We got 5 new players coming in for Dawson. It's a timeout. It's a short. We're back in 30.
Attending Dawson Community College was a great first step. The education I got there prepared me to successfully complete bachelor and master degrees. Now, I'm proud to teach at DCC, helping other students get the same great start I did. I'm Jennifer Temple, faculty lead and a DCC alum, and I can't wait to talk to you about how DCC can be a great first step for you. For more information on Dawson Community College, visit dawson.edu.
Well, Lake Region going to try to find a stop to C.J. Nelson, who has made back-to-back threes. And again, the shortage of players is going to be a factor definitely in this, as they're not going to be able to get the hands in the shooter's face quite like they I think are going to need to. But Nelson has it at the D. Pass over with it now is Colley. Colley kicks it to Arnold. Arnold drives in. Free throw line. Fallback shot. No. Bo Stannis even. And here's the new 5. It's Vaughn. Bo Stannis even. Romeo Parker, who just checked in. We got Dunby as well, and Bo Stannis even. Dunby on the right side. Far corner, bounce pass into Bo. Bo's behind the hoop. Romeo Parker, three-pointer. It's money. Romeo Parker. Didn't see him on Thursday. He is a sophomore from Evansville. Romeo got one, 27-12 on 3 threes in a row for Dawson. Arnold has it, drives all the way. And block, I think that will be on Charles Lampton. That is his second. And checking in will be Bo Feltman. Josh Colley checks out. 27-12. Miles Arnold will inbound to Feldman, back to Arnold, three-pointer on the way, rattles the rim, no good. High above everyone is Bo Stanisiven, sends it to the outlet. Vaughn over now left side. Player of the week, Dunvey, up and in. Cameron Dunvey gets another one. HKT $5 threes. They're going to have to get the checkbook out for this one, as there's 4 threes in a row. Arnold has it, free throw line. Kick over Nelson's three-pointer. And it's raining threes here at Dawson, as there's one for Lake Region. Nelson, Dunvey. Stannis even calls for it. Baseline, they go back out top. Steering the traffic, checking things out. Now Dunvey goes into Bo. There's the defense. Lamp. Was that? No, that was Devin. Romeo Parker on the shot there. And what, we had a foul on the rebound. And we got Josh Colley checks to inbound. Here comes the Lake Region Royals. Again, Dawson looking to start the season 2-0 here. Arnold three-pointer, way off. Inside, rebound, Colley. They're going to reset, moving it around. Ooh, trying for the steal was Vaughn. Up with the shot. Inside is Arnold. Arnold gets another basket. He's got 7 up court. Inside, no-look pass. Bo Stannis even. And he'll get a free throw here, a pair of free throws for Bo Stannis even. Bo at the line, averaging 13. In the conference game Thursday, he had 11. High percent free throw shooter. Ooh, he missed that. As Bo 77%. Lampton sits down. Jerome Maces comes back in. See what Bo can do. Sounded pretty good on the radio here last week as well. Came in and did a interview with some of the other Buccaneers. Second free throw miss. And we're at 8 minutes to go here in quarter 1 and 2. It's half number 1 for the Bucks. Nelson, three-pointer on the way. I think we're going to see a lot of just not real offense shots. Dunvey, three-pointer. Cameron Dunvey. So it's going to be a shootout tonight behind the line. And we're at 7:34 and 33-17. Up court, Dawson getting back. Behind the back shot there for Bo Feldman, no good. Dunvey's got it, left side. Now Vaughn has it. Bo Stannis even wanted his shot at it. Missed the opportunity. He pulls back. Vaughn drives in. And I think they did miss the travel there. 7:08 to go here in half number 1. Vaughn. Bo Stannis Stevens, he's hungry. And another three. Bo this time. That's the 4th Buccaneer in the long shots. 36-17. Nelson has it on the right side. Out top. Wow, that's even further than NBA. Shot no good. Let me get you the number here. That was 23. Jay Garcia, first time we've called him. Vaughn three-pointer. Make that the 5th Buccaneer. Rovery Vaughn gets one. It's 39-17. 6:24 here in half number one. Arnold brings it up for the Royals. Again, the Lady Royals win earlier 78-76. Arnold just drives in, spots up at the top, free throw line. Shot there by Feltman, no good. Put back up and in. Kyle gets the basket there. Up with the shot there were the Bucks. I missed the number, and here comes Lake Region. Kyle, they say it's pronunciation on Josh. Colley is what I wrote down. Long shot there. And it's out of bounds. New 5 in here for Dawson. It's the same 5 that we saw the first rotation. Timeout for the radio. We're back in 1 minute.
Requires all persons planning to dig on public or private property to make a free call to 811 2 days before they excavate. It's the most important step you can take to avoid hitting underground utility lines. Careless digging can cause a loss of utility service to hundreds of people, expensive repairs, or worse, severe injury, even death for an innocent worker. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. This message brought to you by WBI Energy Transmission.
I've been shooting since I was young. It's something I enjoy, and it's something my father and I used to do. There was a time I was going through some things. I wasn't feeling like myself, and my friend noticed and asked me if he could hold on to my guns temporarily. And at first, I was a little shocked, but I agreed. I think he saved my life that day.
If a loved one is depressed, asked to temporarily store guns away from home. Need help? Text MT to 741-741 or call 800-273-TALK. Sponsored by DPHHS and aired by the MBA.
Hope you're enjoying the play-by-play. It's Buccaneer basketball and Lake Region. Devils Lake in town. Conference game. And Devils Lake, always a fun matchup. But they're low in numbers this go-round. Caden hit at it. Pass over to Colton. Now CJ Nelson, another three-pointer. I can't count. I can't keep track of them anymore. The bench over there doing a little dance, as you may see on the video portion. Arnold has it. I think that's either 4 or number 5 already. 42-19. Screen on ball by Feltman. Pass over to Josh Kyle. I guess we're going to go with Kyle. I wrote Colley, but we'll go with Kyle. Up court. Lays it up. Well, shot up there by Caden. It followed by Devin Collins. And it'll be a basket. So offensive putback in for Devin Collins. Screen on ball now up court. Widmer. Pass over Kyle. Shot on the way. No good. Left short. Here comes CJ. Are they going to run to the floor? They're going to continue. Ooh, ball is tipped. Broken away. Good job by the Royals to deflect it. And Lake Region will have it. 4:22 to go in half number 1. Arnold has it. They want the clock to continue to move because this could get ugly. Up court. What offensive foul. That'll go against Feltman. Good defense holding the ground for Dawson. And that'll be the second foul on Bo Feltman. 44-19, 4:09 here in half number 1. I see Coach Jim here, Jim LaProuse, CJ Nelson. Everybody's going to want their name in that long column. I got $5, at least 5 behind the three-point line. Three-pointer, CJ Nelson. Nope, right there, man. Baker squeezed his way through the players fighting for the rebound, and he got it, and he put it up and in. It's 46-19. With it now is Miles Arnold. Arnold behind the back, all the way through, got through $3, all the way up, lays it over the top now. Dawson's going to run the floor. Devin Collins over to hit, up and in, Colton. 48-19. Well, we saw a 98-point win earlier this season with the ladies. Where are we going to be tonight? 48-19. I can almost bet this is going to be a bit of a run, but let's see how it goes. Miles Arnold shakes the defender, puts the three up, no good, right on the top right side. CJ Nelson runs the floor, up and in, lays it in. Caden. God, he's got long arms. Those hits are fun to watch. Down low, shot by Feltman, tip back up and in by Kyle. Josh Kyle. 2:34 now in half number one. Colton hit, three-pointer on the way. That one rattles. Ball is run down by Bo Feltman. Sends to Arnold. And I can tell you on that last timeout, the line was pretty long at the water for Lake Region. Ball taken away. Good job, Colton. What? We have a foul as the ball goes flying on the dunk there, but that'll be on Arnold, his first. And the first time we've called him is Chase Griffith. Chase Griffith comes in now. Again, that's his folks sitting down on the middle section here right in front of us on the bottom row. Chase's little brother. 2 minutes to go in the half. Another three up as Nelson pulls the trigger. No good. And we're winding down here. Minute 52 here in half number one. Again, the ladies lose prior to this by a basket. Nelson drives, shot on the way, no good. Little 8-footer on the left side. Here comes Dawson. Caden hit over to Griffith. Caden thought about it. Griffith pulls one, no good. Arnold on the rebound for Lake Region. Minute 21 to go here in half number one. It's been moving fairly quick here. Appreciate you tuning in and watching this on the video. Again, this is a radio broadcast tied into the video, so we thank our game day sponsors for allowing that. Miles Arnold at the top, and he traveled, no whistle. Devin Collins on the rebound. Push Kyle up court. Lob pass, Griffith, right side, three-pointer, Chase Griffith. Griffith gets one. Again, he had 4 threes in one game. He's got one here tonight. He's the 6th player in the three-point column. Now, three-pointer for Lake Region. The shooter there was who? Number 50, that was Widmer. 27 seconds, 21 on the game clock here in half number one. They're going to play it down to the final seconds. Man, Baker has it. See what happens. We got Griffith on the right. Caden hit on the left. Far corner, Devin Collins. Man, Baker. They go into the post. Man, off-balance shot. There's CJ Nelson. Ball is tipped. And with 3 seconds, are they going to get the shot? They are at the half court. Oh, almost. And it's halftime here in the men's game. Halftime score 53-21. The stats will be fun to see who's done what on the three-point shot. As about everybody on the lineup's made a three-pointer for Dawson. So we'll get the stats. We'll have our special halftime guest, and we'll come back to you. It's halftime of the men's game. Our score 53-21. We're back in 2 minutes.
Room to the boardroom. Boss offers a complete line of products to keep business running efficiently and cost effectively. Boss Office Products is excited to earn the right to be your single source choice for office supplies and furniture, cleaning supplies, commercial copiers, quick printing, promotional items, copier service, and more. In-store, online, on-site, by fax, or Facebook. Excited to hear from you and looking forward to being the best possible partner we can be. Team Boss.
Crack open an NFL celebration in every Pepsi.
Yo, awesome! Let me try.
Whoa, my turn.
Wherever you enjoy the game, always be celebrating with an ice cold Pepsi.
It's goal!
Pepsi, the official soft drink of the National Football League.
Montana. There's no place else like it. The vibe is different here. At Stockman Bank, we get it. This is our home too. Our focus is on Montana and only Montana. As Montana's largest privately held family-owned bank, we put you, our customers, and communities at the center of all we do. So when you're looking for a local, homegrown Montana bank, look no further. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
HKT Big Sky Motors shows up on game day. This is Rocky Erickson for HKT. I'm impressed with their commitment. They understand teamwork and suit up with a very impressive roster of their own. Chevrolet and Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. A commitment to excellence, locally owned and operated, in service to the Big Sky. HKT, car sales, service, and repair in Glendive. Show them your support.
All right, I think we're back here. 53-21. We're still waiting on the stats. They're doing Papa's shot. We got little ones down there trying to make the free throws, and the bigger ones out shooting the threes, trying to earn a 2-liter pop. One of the fundraisers they do here between games often and between halves. We've got the stat lady coming over here. We get them at the halves of the men's game and the quarters during the women's game. But again, the Lady Bucks, they fall earlier. Final on that one, 78-76. The ladies now, after winning their conference opener Thursday night, losing this, so they'll go 1-1. Again, the teams are on the road to North Dakota State College, Wahpeton, on this upcoming Thursday. And then they'll be back here on the home floor on Sunday. And the men, they too open on a win on Sunday, conference opener. And they're hoping to go 2-0. We've got the main man, the president, President Mickelson, with us. Always good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
And let's talk a little bit about what's happening here at Dawson. You're an easy interview. You got your Dawson shirt on. You know, I love watching you. You got your cowboy hat. And I heard you cooked up some hot dogs.
We did, yep.
How'd that go?
You know, that went good. I had a lot of people in the community talk about how much they appreciated it and how much they liked the free food when they got here.
Yeah,
so it was really good.
Free food, you can't go wrong.
You can't beat that. My grandma, when was on the ranch, she always said, feed everybody good.
And you did the cooking yourself.
We did.
I love that. And that Coach Joe talked a little bit about that. You know, he says you're a big part of why he's here. He says the attitude from the top down, impressive. And we talked with Coach Joe about the Hall of Fame and that here during the halftime of the women's game. So what should we tell people? We got school starting again tomorrow with classes beginning Wednesday?
Yeah, classes beginning Wednesday. Orientation starts tomorrow. We had our winter session. We haven't done that for a number of years. We went in with a 5 FTE goal, had 12.
Wow.
Like 51 students from across the United States and Canada signed up for classes, so it was a great success. We grew 4 FTE from the first of fall semester to the end of term. We're coming into spring with larger numbers than last spring. It's all looking good.
Those credits are what count as far as the state sees it, right?
Yeah, the state, they count the resident FTE, and we've been growing in resident FTE for the last 4 years.
Growing. I love to hear the word. I mean, it's a positive change here at Dawson, and the other thing I talked with Coach Joe about was the athletic department and their GPA. Some awards there here over the last classes.
Yeah, our rodeo team, they led the team GPAs again for I think the second year in a row. And overall, you know, we're at a strong 3-point. Can't remember the number for sure, but you know, really proud of our student athletes and that strong GPA they hold, and that goes to the coaches for keeping them focused on why they're here. And they always call them student athletes, which I love. But you know, proud of every one of our students, our faculty and staff. We just have great people here at Dawson.
And that's one thing you have is a tremendous athletic department and all the coaches. You hired a few new ones. Talk about them. You hired a new rodeo coach, hired a new cross-country coach,
Yes.
and the other one, right?
Yeah, we hired a cross-country coach. Alex came to us, a Billings gal, and just stepped in and did a great job. We had our cross-country on the girls' team runner that went to nationals, and, she did really, really well. She kept improving throughout the season. I think it was her second run of the year she actually qualified for nationals.
Wow.
So really impressed with her, impressed with Alex and what she's doing with that team. Our rodeo coach, Shaylee, she's an Eastern Montana girl, comes to us from Circle. We stole her out of Nebraska, which I'm always proud of.
You find your way home, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And, when we can hire these people and help show them the way to come back home and be part of a great organization, that's always awesome.
And one of your new staff is my sister. So thanks for bringing her on.
Oh, yes, you bet.
Got to teach some classes
Yes.
in the education. But
yes.
Talk a little bit. I haven't talked with Coach Joe. He always fills us in well on what's happening, not just on the court or in the arena or on the field, but talk, firsthand about Adopt-A-Buck, what that does for the player and the host family. I mean, I know you've done that all along here, and talked a little bit about how that got started and what it takes to become one and being one. Talk about all those.
Yeah, Coach Joe and his wife actually started that program a few years back, and my family have been part of it ever since we got here because we love to bring those students in and give them a home atmosphere. And one of the returning students from last year, Centoria Roberts, she's one of our Adopt-A-Bucks, and we just love her, think the world of her. We had one from Australia a couple years ago. Mitzi stays in contact with the mom almost on a weekly basis, see how Aaron's doing. But, what it does is, as parents, as you take your students to college and you drop them off, you just hope that everything's okay. And this Adopt-A-Buck is a way that they can connect with the family, they can connect with the community, we can help them feel at home and help that become a reality for the parents and for the students. And also from the family side, we get to learn about the students. We get to learn sometimes about different cultures, different countries. Even if they're from the U.S., it's a different culture. When I left Idaho and went to Iowa, that was a different culture.
Absolutely.
And so we get to learn about them and their families and where they're from and some of the things they do during the holidays and what they'd like to do on special occasions with the family. So it's a great learning experience for everybody. Our kids absolutely love it and can't wait to adopt a new buck every year.
Yeah, it's fun and a positive thing for a lot of people. From, like you mentioned, the family that drops them off to the player to know they got that extra support, and to the family that gets to bring them into their home. And talk. Do you know off your mind how many families there are, and are there still some out there maybe that could use a adopted buck?
Yeah, we've got some new students coming in this semester, and I was just sitting behind the family of one of our new basketball recruits, and I think he's going to sign up for an Adopt-A-Buck.
All right.
The family was talking how much impressed they were with the Adopt-A-Buck program and helping those students stay connected to the community, the college, and families. We have more Adopt-A-Buck families this year and more Adopt-A-Buck students than we've ever had before. I don't remember the numbers, but it's been growing every year. And, it's just a great way to connect. It helps the college with retention, but you know what? These students and these families, they make friends for a lifetime. We've had students, as I've been in college career for a number of years, we've had students from across the U.S. stay in our home. And there's not one of them that we're not friends with today. And whenever there's a natural disaster in a country, we reach out and say, you know what, how's your family? And we just have an extended family that's scattered all over the world. And this Adopt-A-Buck, that's where it starts, is like this Adopt-A-Buck program right here at Dawson. So you know what, get involved. You can give us a call at the college. You can actually contact Erin, and she can get you the form, get you the information, and we're still looking for some families because we know we're going to have some new students this spring.
And there's really no big criteria. I mean, you probably run the background check,
We do
some of those very basics, but, if there is anyone interested, just reach out and you'll take it from there.
Yeah, it's a great program. And if you've got young kids, if you've got kids in high school, if you're empty nesters, whatever the case is, we have an Adopt-A-Buck that will fit you and your needs, and it's a great thing for our students.
And as far as some of the things you do with them, you have them over for supper, those type of things?
Yeah, have them over for supper, take them out. You can drop baked goods off at their dorms. The list goes on. You can do picnics. There's all kinds of things. You can have them over for a movie, take them to the theater movie. We got bowling in town.
Sure.
There's just a number of things you can do.
What else should we know here as, as we get going again?
This is just a great atmosphere. We had our in-service just here a few days ago, last Thursday, and one of the common things that came out of it is we went around the room and we talked about the successes, and everybody talked about the Dawson Community College family and how excited they are to be here and be part of it. And so that's the thing, if this is a great place. If you're a community member, come up and take advantage of the things that happen up here at the theater, sports, whatever the case may be. But and if you're just in the community and want to stop up and have a tour and visit with us about what's going on, come on up. Our doors are open.
I love that. Your door's always open, and big family.
Yep.
And then a family that, it reaches out into the community. We can talk about that and the involvement that people from the college are reaching down into the community. And, that handshake is being done so well with student involvement on the service hours, that type of thing as well.
Yeah. We got students going out doing service hours. Our art program has done numerous of art shows, not only here at the college, but in Sydney, around the community here. That'll only get bigger and stronger. Jennifer's got a great outlook for that. Our criminal justice program, we hired a new faculty member there. He's just going guns a-blazing, and maybe that's the wrong term to use for criminal justice, but just doing a great job. Our ag faculty, I could go, an education faculty, I could go down the road and talk about each one and the great things they're doing. Our transfer, we have students going out and transferring to four-year colleges and getting good degrees, and a lot of them are reaching back to me and saying, you know what, Scott, thanks for the faculty giving me a great start at Dawson, because of that start I'm successful where I'm going.
Well, it's the most affordable place, right?
It is.
And all that past problems with, credits transferring, that's all taken care of now, and the outlook for Dawson is just continuing to grow and positive things happening.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you're in Montana or even some of the surrounding states, and you're thinking of going to college, there's no better place than Dawson Community College. That's why we're growing. That's why the students are staying here. That's why they're graduating, because we're the best deal going, not only financially, but also educationally, professionally, and just making friends here at this great institution.
Well, you're a good friend of ours, and let us know anytime you got something you want to pass on.
You bet. Thank you. We appreciate your support.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Halftime here in the men's game, and we could talk all day to a friend like Scott. He's a President Mickelson, very, very nice gentleman, and as he said, one big family, and good things are happening. Let's take a look at some stats here before we go back to play. We're a minute or so before resuming play. 6 players hit the 3 ball in half number 1. We had 3s. Dunby with 2. Vaughn with 2. 4 for C.J. Nelson. Griffith had a 3. Romeo had a 3. Bo had a 3. So 6 ball players. The numbers look like this. C.J. Nelson with the 4 threes had 12 points. Other than that, Vaughn with 10. Dunby with 8, 4 for Man Baker, 4 for Lampton, 3 for Nelson, Griffith, Parker, 2 for Caden Colton hit together. They had 2 apiece, and Devin Collins with 2. Dawson, 21 of 41 field goals, 51%, 11 of 23 outside, 47%, and 2 at the free throw line. Pretty straightforward for Lake Region. They had 6 for Arnold, 5 for Nelson, 4 for Feltman, Kyle with 4 and 2 for Widmer. So those are the numbers. 2 threes. Arnold had 1 and Nelson had 1. They shoot 26%, 2 of 10 outside for 20%, and 3 for 5 for 16. All right, second half underway, and it rattles the rim. 3-pointer for Leaf Nelson. He now moves his way up into the high scores, and that's 8 now for Nelson. So we start half 2 on a 3-pointer for Nelson. Shears has it for Dawson. Left side, Cameron Dunby answers back with his own 3-pointer. Cameron's third 3 on the game. He's got 11. And here comes the inside shot there by Kyle, up and in. No, that was Feltman, excuse me. So Both teams coming out shooting well to start. We're a minute in. It's 56-26. We're probably going to see some different combinations here with the larger leads. Coach Joe likes to move things around. Vaughn, three-pointer. His three, no good. Inside rebound for Kyle. And it is Kyle, Josh Kyle. I had checked on that. I had Colley down there. It is Kyle, I believe. And I heard Coach yell at him. 56-26 now. Kyle's got it out top. With it now is number 4. That's Ford. Shot on the way, no, for Feltman. Dawson's going to move it up court. Bostanis even underneath, puts it up and in. 58-26. First time these two teams have matched up this season. A year ago, Dawson wins here on the home floor. Final 69-46 in Devils Lake. Three-pointer again. Nelson, three-pointer no good. All his tip ran down by Lampton. Again, Dawson wins here a year ago. Now Dunby, another three. Wow, he's got two of them in the half. And they're going to stop play here. The net goes up top. So Dunby gets another one. Dawson had 10 three-pointers. No, 11 three-pointers in half number one. They're getting a few to start here. Here's a three-pointer, other end. It's going to be a shootout here, I think. Lampton. Everybody likes that long shot in today's world. Another one for Dunby. Ooh, that one bounces off the back of the rim. Up court, Arnold. No, that's not Arnold. That's Ford. Again, didn't see much of him in the early play. Vaughn has it. Dunby, another three-pointer on the way. That one no good. So he's missed two of them in a row. And here comes Ford. Ford's got some mojo in him as Shears grabs onto him. And we got shots coming, I believe. So to the line will be Ford, Dion Ford. Again, only 5 free throws and first made the first. 8 total now in the ball game. Second one no good. Rebound by Bostanis even. Pass not very good. Dion dribbles right through a problem at the center court line. Right through Dawson. And Nelson will have it. Leap Nelson picks his dribble up. Shears got his hands on it. Dion again. Fadeaway shot, left baseline, up and in. So Ford got it about 8 feet back. Shears has it, left side, at the top. Bostanis even, his defender goes flying. Post fake, often gets him. He takes a run all the way in. Lampton, follow-up, no. Tip, again, no. Fight for it. Well, not much of a fight. Shears Lampton. And now Nelson has it at center court. Nelson stops. Pass over to Kyle. Kyle passes to Ford, who drives baseline. And again, another basket for Ford. 4 minutes gone here in half number 2. My thanks to Stacy. Dunby, another three-pointer. It's money. So, Dunby missed, I don't know, a couple of them in a row, and then he made one. And Dawson just continues to put it on the outside shooting. Lake Region, they too can shoot, but they haven't got the looks that Dawson has on the outside. Kyle catches it on the pass. Now three-pointer with a defender in his face, Nelson. And up court, here comes Vaughn. Is he going to slow her down? He is. He's going to pass to Lampton, and a lay there. Lampton, Charles. And it's 66-31 now. 15-15 to go in the ball game. Nelson, pass over, baseline now. Feltman goes over to Widmer. And they got a foul shot Shots coming for Widmer. The foul was on Lampton, his third. And 5 new players come here for Dawson. First free throw up and in. And here comes the 5 for Dawson. Man Baker, C.J. Nelson, Devin Collins, Caden, and Colton hit. Second free throw, that one no good. Rebounded by the Collins. Devin, man Baker. C.J. Nelson thought about the three, pulls back. Pass over now to the corner. Thought about the three, did Caden hit? Ball is loose, ran down. Here comes Widmer. Widmer goes up with the three-pointer, and he got it to go. You don't probably see that very much. The 6'9", 6'4", forward, Noah Widmer nails one. C.J. Nelson now, man Baker. C.J. again, three-pointer. That one no good. And a rebound for Nelson. Got 14 threes on the game here. 66-35. 14-14 to go in the ball game. With it now is Kyle. Kyle gives to Nelson. Ball is kicked. Either Nelson or man Collins. Either one of them. One or the other kicked the ball. And again, I want to thank President Mickelson bringing a shot underneath for Feltman off the right side. Hit, drives up, block shot. Right there to clean it up was Collins. The shooter there was Colton hit. And now a three-pointer by Colton. Follow up by Man. 68-37. So we thank President Mickelson for making a few minutes for us. And I thank him for adding another to his staff. We got a media timeout. Radio Game Day sponsors, it's your turn. We're back in 1 minute.
At American, let's be real about life as a hard-working ag producer. We know you can't always predict when Mother Nature decides to wreak havoc on this season's newest crops, or when Big Bertha chooses to escape and shut down 2 lanes of traffic, yet again. But with agriculture banking and insurance from American, you can get peace of mind for keeping your farm or ranch financially secure and protected. Whether you need a loan to meet your financial goals or insurance that protects your assets, American has you covered. Get started today at weareamerican.bank/ag, equal housing lender.
Fisher Sand, Gravel, and Ready Mix is a working partner to Fisher Industries. With more than 60 years experience in the aggregate processing industry and currently ranked as one of the top 25 sand and gravel producing companies in the United States. Want the best? Call the best. 687-3383. Always ready and rolling to improve your bottom line. Call on, count on. Fisher Sand, Gravel, and Ready Mix.
Well, top of the hour, 5 o'clock. Here on the amazing AM, KXGN, 1400 AM and 103.1 FM. We can turn that audition down, I appreciate it. As we hit the top of the hour, want to make one more correction. Give my friend Steve Johnson some credit here. It is Keeley, not Kyle. So 7 players, we had one of them wrong. Ball taken away by Devin Collins. Up court, two-handed slam. Devin Collins puts it down with a two-handed slam. It's 70-37. So Keeley, all right. Ball taken away. Here's Devin, man Baker. He's going to get a one-handed slam. The highlight reel is building here at 72-37 on back-to-back dunks by Dawson. So Keeley, all right. Ball is off the foot, and here comes Dawson. They're going to run the floor. Hit up court. Devin Collins lays it in. On the assist, Colton hit. And things are moving well here for Dawson. 74-37. Nelson has it. Pass over now to number 50. That again is Widmer. Nelson has it, runs baseline left side. There's some contact. And Widmer will go to the free throw line. So free throws coming for Noah Widmer. 74-37. Gotta check that. That's Nelson at the line. All right, so Nelson to the line. Chase Griffith makes his way back in for C.J. Nelson. I know a lot of the games for Devils Lake on the radio up there as well. They're good radio folks in Devils Lake. We've done a lot of business between the two of us, Glendive and Devils Lake. Not taking tonight's game. Caden hit, thought about the three, pulls back over to brother Colton, doesn't make it. And Colton will have it. Pass to Caden. Caden finds Devin in the middle there. Ball is loose, away. Here comes Dion. Nelson, Whitmer. Into the paint. Here's Keeley. Keeley goes up. Shot no good. There's Dion. I'm getting impressed. This second half for Dion Ford. He's got 6 baskets. Griffith thought about it. Instead pulls back. Right at the free throw line. Center court. Griffith spots up. Three-pointer. No good. Anybody that can get a look has gotten an attempt. As Colton got his hands on it. Steals it away. And here comes Man. Caden hit. Devin Collins says, I want a 3. Doesn't get it. Fight for the rebound. Caden goes flying into the bleachers. And actually got part of CJ. I hope he's all right. And out top it goes. Ford, three-pointer, up and in. Dion Ford. It's 74-43. 10:49 here in the men's game. The Lady Bucks drop one by 2 earlier as Dawson works it inside. We'll see if the double team happens. Doesn't. Pass over to Colton. Back out top. Griffith. Griffith finds Man Baker. Double team. He still goes over, up and under and over, however you want to say it. Baker gets the paint shot there at 76-43. Ball is kicked. And it'll stay with the Lake Region basketball. Lane. Again, bear with me, fighting a bit of a cold here. Vaughn has entered the game, as well as Shears, Dunvey, Maces, and Romeo Parker. Those are the 5 new players in for Dawson. Nelson, left corner, three-pointer. Hits the front of the rim, bounces, and Ford will have it. They'll get a reset here. New shot clock, 10 minutes. Ford goes up, three-pointer. Hits the rim, bounces. Parker runs it down, sends it cross court to Vaughn. Now Shears. Parker, a three-pointer at the very top. That one rebounded for Widmer. And Nelson will come up court. 76-43. Again, Dawson looking to start on a 2-0 conference. Overall in the season, Dawson right now 12-6. Played a pretty tough schedule and stayed with it. They're seeing some positive. With 3 seconds, they're going to get a shot, off-balance shot, just thrown up there for Keeley. And it's 76-43, 9:09 to go in the ballgame. As the pass from Vaughn broken away for a minute. Dunvey got their hands on it. And Dawson will begin the play. Shears has it. Shears looking to move over to the right. Dunvey back to Shears. 7 on the shot clock. Vaughn goes in. Bounce pass over. Good look. Up and in. Jerome Masons. 78-43, 8:39. Dion Ford with it. With it now is Keeley. 4-3. Ford, no. Ford's came in off the bench as a reserve up court. Who passed too hard out of bounds. And the Royals will have an empty backcourt. Dawson staying off the full court here for the bulk of the quarter here, or the half. Nelson. Pass over for a minute. There was Garcia. Garcia, haven't seen a lot of him here in the last few minutes. Foul on Jerome Mace's kind of interesting. Both. One ref didn't see the other. They were both over indicating which one. Ford inside, shot up and in. So give him a couple of baskets and a couple of threes. And that's his scoring. 78-45. Shears to Romeo Parker. Parker sends it back out top. Vaughn. Dunby at the free throw line. Romeo Parker. Catch, shot, no. Good try there for Romeo. And here comes Ford. Ford, ball taken away. Shears and Dunby. Dunby pass over Vaughn. Back to Dunby. Follow up Shears. And there's a lot of fight in the Buccaneers here this afternoon. 78-45. 7:21 to go here in the ball game. Nelson picks his dribble up. Pass over now to Keeley. Keeley to Ford. Nelson has it. Dunby on the defense. They go across the key. And they fought for position. And Lake Region wins that one. Whitmer up court now. Shears three-pointer on the way. Money. So Shears knocks one down, 81-47. I said HKT will get their checkbook out because there's been a whole bunch of threes. I'm betting 20 plus. The $5 will add up tonight in just the men's game. Bad pass. It'll be Dawson basketball here. What do we got? A timeout. They have not signaled yet, but it will be. Timeout on the floor. We'll do the same. This is the Bucks and the Royals back in 1 minute.
Mid-Rivers Communications sends warm wishes for the new year. Now until the end of January, Mid-Rivers Communications will give you a $5 bill credit when you donate new or gently used hats, gloves, mittens, or scarves at your local Mid-Rivers office. Your donated items will be given to local charitable groups for those in need. Help us grant warm wishes for the new year.
An auto accident is never okay. But if you walk away without injury, it is also no big deal, because Bob's Body Shop can put you at ease and your outfit back together again as good as new. And they handle everything from the nick in the windshield or a minor fender bender to complete collision work and frame straightening. And Bob's Body Shop will take care of the insurance paperwork too. An accident, never okay, but you will be. Take it to Bob's Body Shop, no big deal. Phone 365-2621. Estimates are free.
All right, we're back here, 81-47, as the Bucks will bring it up the floor. Should give a quick thank you to some others that are important people here at Dawson. Shears has it over to Vaughn. Rich Rowe, of course, the public announcer, has been in the gyms for going on 20-some years. He does a great job energizing those that are here. Shears has it, 5 seconds. Inside, Mace's back out, free throw line. Ooh, he got hit a bit, but they're going to call a shot clock. It was Romeo Parker who has had some contact. Also see Lee Miller down at the scorer's table, recognize him. And Linda Dryden. Her husband's listening, which he may be, because they caught me messing her name up last game. Driving in, shot on the way, no. That's Jay Garcia. So those are some of those that I recognize down at the scorer's table. So Garcia to the free throw line. Jay Garcia, one of the freshman guards from Fort Totten, North Dakota. Dawson's been on the top side of this since the start, 81-48. Dawson may be on the top side of everything this year. They're very good team. Again, they won that preseason tournament. Chase Griffith now getting it 4 threes in one game. And Nelson's had 4 in this ball game. Shears has it. Pass over to Vaughn. Romeo Parker trying to call for it inside. 5:40 to go in the ball game here. Chase Griffith, Vaughn. Now Shears pops one from downtown. Shears knocks one down, 84-48. Reverse scoring here at 5.5 to go in the ball game. Nelson has it. Been kind of a lopsided game, not a bad game. Just you could tell Dawson does them 2-1 probably. Missed shot. Here comes the Bucks. Vaughn. Why not? Griffith pops another one. No good. Fight for the rebound. Not for long. Macis runs it down. And Dawson will get a reset. Ooh. Ford intercepts it. And he was fouled. So it'll be a Dawson foul. And it'll be an inbound. Again, no. It'll be Shears on the foul there. What do we got? Coming in is Caden Hint. Vaughn goes out. Hit comes in, so Caden Hint comes in. Out top with it is Garcia. Garcia over to Nelson. Good defense, Caden Hint. They give to Keeley, not for long. There's Hit. You give Dawson just that one look away, and they'll steal the ball. Shears, another three-pointer on the way. Net. Whoa. Dawson, 87-48. Now, a lot of these threes have been with defenders playing off. Ball tipped away. Shears up court, lays it. No follow-up. No. And here comes Garcia. Are they going to slow it down? Ooh, there's a travel. They missed it, and he got it to go. But we got a timeout. As you can see on the video, the speed is quick at this level. Buccaneer basketball on the radio, on the app, on your web, wherever you're on. Thank you for joining us. We're back here on the radio in 1 minute.
Yellowstone River Inn, a 24-hour restaurant with the best in dining that goes together with their motel, casino, and lounge. Happy hour at the YRI is from 3 to 6 with 2 for 1 on wine, well drinks, and draft. Plus Tuesdays and Thursdays have 2 for 1 on domestic bottled beer. And remember, their famous buffets on all special occasions. Stop on out at 1903 North Merrill Avenue or call for more information at 377-4433. See you at the river. That's the Yellowstone River Inn in Glendale.
Coke is it, and everyone knows it. In other parts of the country, they'll say soda, even pop. Here, it's give me a Coke, please. Cool, refreshing, totally involved taste. Similar to the total community-involved folks at Glendive Coca-Cola bottling. Look around. Coca-Cola's influence is everywhere, and rightfully so, because this is Coca-Cola country. Reach for the freshest in taste. Coke is it, in Glendive and eastern Montana. Now enjoy the game.
Well, we're sure going to miss our neighbor, Darcy and Darryl Cleaning Smith. Coca-Cola selling, of course, but to a good group, so we'll begin a new relationship, but we'll miss those that we've had next door for a lot of years. They'll still be our neighbors. Inside, Jerome Macis. No, ball is loose. Tipping it around is Parker. Ran down is Nelson. Nelson to Ford, and here comes Ford. He and Shears has contact there, and it'll be Kell on the foul. Shears. 87-50 is our score. Whole bunch of double figures in this game. At the free throw line is Ford. He's had a couple of inside plays, a couple outside, now a free throw. Dawson is a team averaging 88, so we're right near the average. And we had 71 on our conference game, but second free throw up and in, so 87-52. With it now is Colton Hint. Pass over to Chase Griffith, now right side. Skip pass back to Griffith. Shears thought about it. Instead, they go into the post. There's the double on Maces. Parker getting the ball in the paint now. Three-pointer. Kell knocks one down again. Shears gets another one. 90-52. Ford has it for Lake Region. If you're just joining us, Lake Region out of Devil's Lake. They're good people in Devil's Lake. Shot miss there. I've got a cousin that lives in Devil's Lake, he and his family. Scott Johnson and his wife, principal at the school there, and Abby Johnson, second cousin, I guess, plays for the high school there. First free throw, no, missed by Ford. So if the Johnsons are listening, hello. Steve Johnson was the one that he'd be related down the line too somehow. Inside, Shears three-pointer again. He just made one there a minute ago. Ball is tipped around. Kell runs it down, sends it over to Caden Hit. Now Romeo Parker has it, tries baseline. Shears thought about it on the right side now. Continues to dribble. Now Chase Griffith, three-pointer, no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Bucks. 2:21 to go. Firebirds, is that the high school in Devil's Lake? 2:21 to go. As not a very good play. Inbound pass, not so good there. Caden, other end, a dunk. Nicely thrown down by Ford. And he's played all of the second half and put some tallies under his number. All is tipped. And it'll stay with Dawson. Good defense by Ford. And we Caden it inbounding. Griffith comes towards the ball. They give it into Shears. Back to Caden. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. 15 on the shot clock. Shears pops another one, three-pointer on the way. Good release there, just not on. And Nelson will bring it up on the dribble. Pass over to Whitmer. We haven't called his name, or Widmer, excuse me. Widmer. Missed shot. Nelson runs it down. Minute 33 in the ball game here. 90-54 Dawson. So going to start the year 2-0 as we go to Wahpeton. 5 seconds. Griffith fighting for it. And it goes off Lake Region. It'll be Dawson basketball. Great effort in there for Chase Griffith. And they may have missed one there, but three-pointer, Griffith, no good. Rebound, Caden Hit. Hit goes in, and he goes in hard, and he drops to the floor as they got him in the face. But there's the Hit at it. You know, he tough. Caden Hit. That'll be on. Let's see, that was on Feltman, his second, no, his third. As they go hard at it, do Caden and Colton. He didn't care, there was arms everywhere. He went flying in there. Now he's gonna put him in here. Good free throw shooter here, Caden Hit. 91-54. Second one up and in, so 92-54. Minute 11 to go, so the Bucks will go 2-0 in the conference. Nelson has it. Pass over to Widmer. Back out top, Ford. They screen on ball. Ford drives all the way in, looking for the foul. As it ends, Nelson had it. And we had a player down here. As Ford, kind of like Caden. I mean, he Goes flying as he drops down. Again, reminder, we got the Brawl in the East games in Sydney on Thursday. Both squads, the varsity in Sydney, the girls we had 5 or so. The boys will be after that. The wrestlers also will be dueling off on, is that the word? Excuse me. So it'll be girls basketball, wrestling, boys basketball. Wear your red shirt to the Brawl of the East. It's a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. There's been a special t-shirt designed, and you can buy one still by giving us a call at the station or stopping by. Excuse me, the college teams will be in Wahpeton on Thursday, back here on Sunday. Of course, we'll be here for the games. A couple of passes on the outside. Caden passed it right into the legs of the Royals. And Caden will inbound. 33 seconds, 20 on the shot clock, so they can't quite let the air out here. Lake Region should get the last shot. Very relaxed defense here. Caden thought about the 3. Passes into Jerome Maces. Maces traveled, goes up with a shot, up and in. 94-56 now. We're down to 14 seconds. Nelson has it between the legs. Looks right. Comes near side. Out top, Garcia. 5 seconds. Are they going to get a shot? Here's Keeley, Josh. And there's the final. Again, I want to apologize to Keeley, Josh Keeley. Had his name 3 different ways. And we finally got that corrected. But 94-56. The 2 teams are high-fiving. And it's a split here today with the Lake Region Royals. The women fall earlier. The men now 2-0 in conference. The final 94-56. So the team will come out onto center and court. They meet head coach Joe Peterson. They'll get a few words from him. They'll put the hand in the air. And it'll be a Buccaneer win here, 94-56. We'll await the stats, and we'll pass on what we saw. And we saw a lot of outside shooting. And this is a team that was twice as good as Lake Region, and I say that respectfully, but Dawson looked good tonight, and we should see lots of positive things this season as the Buccaneers start 2-0. We're back in a couple of minutes here as we hear from today's game day sponsor.